What's up, everybody? It's Chris from the Rewired Soul, where we talk about the problem, but we focus on the solution. And I was just at lunch, and I found out that Chester from Linkin Park committed suicide. They just found out that about 9 o'clock this morning, he was found hung in Los Angeles in a residence. And like or hate Linkin Park, I keep an eye out on these stories just because any loss because of mental health issues is clearly a problem. So I want to frame this video by just letting you know that there's not that much information out right now. We don't know the details. We don't know what was going on. Soon after Chris Cornell committed suicide a few months ago, we found out about medications and things that he was having adverse reactions to. So who knows what we're going to find out once some more information is released. But saying that, I do want to talk a little bit about what's happening with the information that we do have right now about Chester. So I want to basically talk about in this video how one of the reasons why I started this whole channel, why I do this on YouTube, is because a big problem that I see with mental health talk in the country today, or even in the world, is that there's a huge misconception that by talking about the problem, it's going to fix the problem. This is not true at all. A lot of the articles that I read, a lot of the videos that I see, and it's people with anxiety or with depression or with PTSD or with ADHD or any type of illness, they talk about it. And yes, that's part of it. That's definitely a part of it. We need to talk about these things. It's good to know that what you're struggling with is something that somebody else is struggling with too. It makes you not feel so alone or not so crazy. But we need to understand that this is not the solution. This is a very small part of the recovery process when it comes to recovering from anxiety, depression, PTSD, ADHD, bipolar disorder, schizophrenia, anything like that. I think it's very important that you find these support groups. But we need to work towards finding a solution. So Chester, for example, I'm not a huge Linkin Park fan. I did listen to him a lot in high school. And in high school, I was this angsty teenager, and I felt everything and all sorts of stuff, and I haven't really kept up to date with a lot of their music, but I know a lot of this music was sad, it was depressing, it was down, and people can connect to that, and that's one of the reasons some of these musicians get so popular and get so famous. But again, the point is that just talking about it doesn't solve the problem, and unfortunately and sadly, a lot of these celebrity deaths are clear examples of exactly what I'm saying. You could put this into a song, you could put this into a poem, you could put this into an article, you could put this into a YouTube video. I see so many YouTubers who randomly do a video about how their anxiety is affecting them that day or how their depression is affecting them that day. I wanted to start this channel because it's like, yeah, I get that, but what are you doing to fix it? What are you doing to solve it? Are you going to therapy? Are you meditating? Are you going to support groups? What are you doing to solve it? Because talking about it does not solve anything. And we see that over and over and over again. And some of you may disagree with this. Some of you might talk about how talking about your mental illness has helped you immensely. And I completely agree. When I first got sober and I first started talking about my anxiety and depression, it helped. But my story is that even though it helped, the depression and the anxiety was still there. And I knew for a fact that there was a better life waiting for me. I knew that if I did enough research, if I started to put in work, if I started to put in effort, if I started focusing on my mental health as much as I should, then maybe I can live this life where I overcome it. And that's why I do what I do. I'm a guy sitting here with you today who can say that I am rarely ever depressed. I rarely ever have anxiety attacks. I am no longer on medications for anxiety and depression. And it's because I work my butt off for this. So if you are struggling, just remember, talking about the problem is a very small piece of the puzzle. In order to find the solution, you have to put in work. I've been releasing videos about depression hacks. I do videos to help people who are trying to stay sober. I'm about to start doing videos about Anxiety. I'm about to do videos for adult children of alcoholics because they suffer from very specific symptoms and they make up a huge part of this population. So the first step towards solving any problem is acknowledging that there is a problem. A lot of you have done that already. A lot of people who have unfortunately passed away from suicide have done that already. But that's only the first step. Now it's time that we get into the solution. Now we look into ways that we can solve these problems. So if there is anything that you need help with, leave it in the comments below, because that helps me create videos that can help you out. So please leave a comment down below. Share this video. Let's start changing the narrative about mental health, that talking about it is going to fix the problem. Talking about it is going to help with the problem, but it won't fix the problem. So please share this video. Spread the message that we need to start treating our mental illness rather than just talking about it. All right? But thanks for watching. Don't forget to check out my YouTube channel if you're watching this on Facebook. This is Chris with the Rewired Soul, and I will see you next time. And I will be making more videos about what happened with Chester from Linkin Park once more information is available. I'll see you later. Also, if you or someone you know is struggling with depression and has thoughts of suicide, please check the description below. There are resources in there so you can get the help that you need.